Japan's space agency is celebrating the Hayabusa 2 probe's successful landing on an asteroid after years of planning. Its mission is to collect samples to better understand the origins of life.
We
confirmed Hayabusa 2 was functioning normally and that the touchdown sequence was completed without any problems. Therefore, we're announcing that Hayabusa 2's touchdown was a success.
The Hayabusa 2 then fired a bullet into the surface with the hopes of catching the fragments. The operation required only a few seconds, and the spacecraft is said to have lifted off shortly after.
We've yet to confirm the procedures, but if the bullet was fired successfully, it will collect far more samples than the last Hayabusa mission.
Hayabusa 2 was launched in 2014 and traveled about 300 million kilometers, arriving above the asteroid last June. It was named Ryugu after an undersea world in a Japanese fairy tale. Scientists think Ryugu's rocks contain water and organic matter from when the solar system began more than 4.5 billion years ago. Hayabusa 2 could conduct 2 more landings before its scheduled return to Earth around the end of next year. Now, the Hayabusa 2's landing was no small feat. NHK World's Moshe Komata reports on how it was made possible.
A celebration that was years in the making.
本当にほっとしていると。
人類の手が新しい小さな星に届きました。
Before the Hayabusa 2 came the original. It reached an asteroid in 2005. But it was damaged during touchdown, and there were fears the mission would fail. Luckily, Hayabusa's fiery return to Earth brought back microparticles that could be studied.
We had some troubles with the Hayabusa, but we learned lessons. We want to make sure we successfully collect rocks this time.
To make sure that would happen, they changed the device that was designed to fire a bullet into the asteroid so rocks could be collected. This time, there was even a fail-safe built in. If the bullet didn't work, some small rocks could still be scooped up. After the design, researchers recreated the asteroid's surface so they could practice. 4 years after the original, the Hayabusa 2 blasted off along with its modifications and a lot of hope. But there were still obstacles. Last June, when it reached the asteroid Ryugu, researchers spotted a big problem. The surface of the asteroid was too rocky. That meant there was very little room for a landing. JAXA delayed the asteroid approach so scientists could analyze the surface. They figured out a way ahead, but the landing spot was way smaller than before, leaving very little room for error.
At the beginning, we thought we were landing on a baseball stadium, but actually we had to land on a pitcher's mound within the stadium.
On Friday, it was bullseye for JAXA. The craft touched down without a hitch. So far, since the landing, every indication is that the mission is going as planned, including the firing of the bullet.
We hope that this will lead to a dramatic development in our understanding about space. This is a new beginning in asteroid science.
They waited years for the landing, and scientists will have to wait a little more before they can examine the asteroid's rocks. The Hayabusa 2 is expected to return to Earth at the end of 2020. Moshe Komata, NHK World, Tokyo.